My name is Linda and I'm a vet who works alongside Pooch and Mutt. And today I wanted to do a little video about obesity and the impact that it can have on your dog. Mainly what I want to talk about is how we can prevent obesity. And if we're starting to see that our dog is becoming overweight, how we can rein it back in. And prevention in something like obesity is much better than trying to get a dog who's already very obese back to how they had been. There's actually been a really interesting study, and it was a lifetime study done over the lifetime of all of these Labrador dogs. And what they found was that dogs who were very lean lived on average 2 years longer than dogs who were overweight. So not only that, these dogs were much healthier. They suffered from much less disease, much less joint disease, but also other diseases, things like heart disease and cancers. So actually what we find is being obese not only reduces the amount of time our dog is with us, also impacts on their quality of life when they're here. So addressing this before it becomes an issue is so crucial. Knowing if your dog is overweight is not always easy, and sometimes some people will see a dog and think they're a healthy weight when maybe they're above the weight that they should be. If you're ever not sure, do talk to your vet or your nurse and they'll help you. There's a great tool called the Body Condition Score tool that we can use to assess our dogs, and what we're looking for is that our dog has a nice slim waist, tucked in tummy, and we can just about see their last few ribs. If your dog's getting overweight, you might notice changes. Maybe they're a bit out of breath on their walks or less able to keep up. Maybe they're not so keen to go for long walks. Perhaps they're struggling to jump up onto the sofa. All these subtle signs you might notice, and that might be a hint that perhaps they're not in the best shape that they could be. So first thing we want to do, if we think our dog is getting overweight, consider a weight loss diet, like our Slim and Slender food. And these foods are great because they are designed to get your dog to get to their healthy optimal weight and to stay there. And what we want to do is to feed them the right amount for the weight we want them to be. And the great thing is dogs shouldn't feel hungry on this food. It's packed full of ingredients like psyllium, which is fibre that can help your dog feel full. It's got the satiety factor. It's also got things like supplements, so glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate to help to prevent cartilage breakdown, support those joints, and that's really important if dogs are a little bit overweight. As well as that, it's got some fat-burning ingredients. So it's got CLA and L-carnitine, and studies have shown that these ingredients can help to burn fat quicker than if they weren't in the diet. So certainly if you're struggling to get your dog to lose weight, or you think they're above the weight they should be, consider investing in a weight loss diet. I think it's a really good way to go. When we're looking at diet, we've got to look at treats as well. And pretty much all owners will give their dogs treats in some form. But we can tweak our treats so that they are part of a healthy weight loss diet. And so things like these meaty treats are great because they're quite small, there's not a lot of calories in them, and we can control exactly what our dog is getting. Remember when you give treats to remove the amount of calories from the daily food that you're giving, and so you're not giving extra food on top of the daily portion. As well as things like this, we can do clever swaps. So maybe before you gave your dog a dental stick every day, that could be swapped to something like half a raw carrot. Maybe before you put some fatty peanut butter or some cheese or something into your lick mat, perhaps that could be swapped to something like mashed sweet potato or pumpkin puree or something like that. So just kind of trying to stick to low calorie treats and being very conscious of what you're giving your dog. Remember, diet is just one part of the puzzle, and of course we also want our dog to be nice and active. And that should mean things like, nice long walks, hikes, get them outside, get them sniffing, but also using things like interactive toys and food puzzles, even just getting them to find treats maybe you've hidden around the home. All these little movements and keeping active can really help them to shift those pounds, keep their metabolism up, keep them moving. If you have any questions about this, please do contact us. We are always happy to help.